Well, adding to our health concerns tonight, the Ebola outbreak racing out of control. Now, that's according to the World Health Organization, which has raised the outbreak's death toll to nearly 2,000. With more on this, Dr. Kevin Campbell. Dr. Kevin, thanks for coming on tonight. So, CDC is calling the outbreak out of control, particularly in Africa, where thousands of people literally have died. And the appalling news is that there's about a 50% survival rate if you contract the disease. Why can't officials get a handle on this?
You know, I think, as with everything lately, our administration has been very slow to act. And again, we're very slow to deliver these resources of equipment, physicians, money, things that they need there so they can contain this outbreak. If we don't get a jump on it soon, instead of just being an outbreak, this disease may become endemic to that area, meaning that it's always there. Oh. And that's a huge risk to all of us. So
the World Health Organization saying today 1,900 people have died in West Africa, and they're calling it the magnitude vastly underestimated. What's going on and what needs to happen?
You know, I think, again, these countries are so undersupplied and understaffed, and they're very poor. They're third world countries, a lot of them, and they don't have the sophisticated isolation equipment and protective gear for healthcare workers. We, as a leader in the world, need to be helping send those devices to those people, send our physicians there, and we really need to get the jump on these new vaccines and treatments, and we need to get them developed much faster and mass produce them so we can help these people.
So what's the trajectory for Ebola? Do more and more people have to die? Does the outbreak continue? Does it grow? Does it get bigger? What typically happens with something like this?
You know, I'm concerned that we're going to overreach our ability to care for it in that area, and then you're going to have people fleeing to other countries, because as you know, in countries in Africa right now in this area, 80% of household income goes to buy food, and that's only going to increase. The prices of all these things are going to increase as the countries are stressed financially to pay for all the care that they have to deliver. And I think when you have people fleeing illegally, it's going to be very difficult to contain people who are contagious.
Now, here at home, Dr. Kevin, the FDA is warning against Ebola medications that are fake. What do you advise people to do right now here in the States?
So first of all, you need to understand that none of these medications are worthwhile. None of them are something that would work. They are actually preying upon fear, and that's really sad that there's folks out there that do that. What I would say is know the symptoms. The symptoms are high fever, unusual bleeding, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. And if you've had someone who came from that part of the world in the last 20 days, you need to seek a healthcare provider. And the CDC says, please call your healthcare provider, say that you have these risk factors so they can receive you in an isolated way so you don't spread it to other people.
Well, it makes a lot of sense to me. Dr. Kevin Campbell, thank you.
Thanks for having me, Jerry.